First off, I just want to say thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. I initially made that JoJo and Fortnite video just thinking, oh, this will maybe get like 100 views if I'm lucky, and it got a good bit more than 100, and it made me realize I can make stuff that you guys like. I can make videos that people will enjoy. And I just want to say, I want to keep going. I want to hopefully turn this into a career someday. So thank you all for 1,000 subscribers, and this is my 1,000 subscriber special. I interviewed my dad about his hot takes and opinions on JoJo. It's my first time doing this type of video, and it's a bit more laid back, but I hope you guys still enjoy it, and me and my dad want to try and do this annually. As of right now, my Patreon is delayed, and I'll make a community post saying when it is active. With that being said, I hope you all enjoy the video, and thank you all very much. Hello, this is the 1,000 subscriber special, and yeah, I made him watch JoJo, and he thought it was okay. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Coda's dad.
I want to give you some questions about JoJo, because I forced you to watch it. That's what people are here to see. So, yeah, let's hear your JoJo opinions, hot takes, whatever they are. So, first I want to start with, who is your favorite character in JoJo?
Oh, that's easy. Kujo.
Jotaro Kujo.
There you go.
Yeah. My dad will be using different names for the characters because, one, it's easier for him to remember, and two, it's because he thinks they're funny. I'll throw up a picture on screen of who he's talking about in case you don't know. But yeah. So, Jotaro Kujo, alright. Who's your favorite stand?
Well, that would be Kujo's stand.
Star Platinum?
Star Platinum.
Star Platinum.
The Uda Udas.
When we first watched part 3, he kept laughing every time, like, there was an Uda.
I really wanted a 2.5-minute segment of nothing but Uda.
We kind of got that with Giorno, but he
awesome.
said Muda, so it was close.
Close.
It was close. What would your favorite part be?
Well, that'd be the one with Kujo.
Okay, I'm starting to see a trend. Would it be part 3?
Yes, I believe that's part 3.
Yeah, that's part 3. Do you have a favorite villain?
That would be the 3 villains from part 2.
The Pillarmen?
Pillarmen.
Yeah, alright, that's fair. But usually people just categorize it as like just Cars being the villain of that part. They usually don't say all 3. So if you could only pick Cars, would it still be Cars as your favorite, or would it be someone else?
It's got to be the 3.
Right.
Yeah, if I pick the villains. Other than that, no. I mean, the rest of them are fun. Dio's fun. Super villain. But my favorite will always be the 3 combo.
Yeah, the Pillarmen. What would you say your least favorite part is?
That'd be 1.
Why do you not like part 1?
It's long, it's drawn out, and it just a snooze fest.
9 episodes is long.
It feels like it.
I kind of agree with you.
Feels like 40.
Yeah, part one kind of stinks. Who do you think is a character that is underrated in your opinion, or could have been used better?
Could have been used better or underrated. Abdal. Abdal always comes to mind. One of my favorites. I really liked Abdal.
Yeah, Abdal. I feel like spoilers, by the way. I feel like Abdal's like second and actual death was kind of like it came out of nowhere, which shocked me. But it's like, damn, y'all could gave him like something more respectful.
Yeah, it was a little too quick. Like, I thought he was a better character. Needed more of a, grandiose death.
Yeah. Who do you think is an overrated character?
That'd be Pornoref.
Polnareff, but he calls him Pornoref because it's awesome.
Pornoref. Or Van Damme. Call him Van Damme.
Yeah,
too.
and he calls him Van Damme because he looks like this picture. This picture of Van Damme is why he calls him that, and it's dumb.
It's an exact copy.
It's an exact... But yeah, why do you think Polnareff is overrated? A character that many people love and say has some of the best development out of any of the characters in JoJo.
He's a spaz. He always wants to fight everybody, and he creates a lot of problems.
Yeah, kinda. He has a short temper, and also, even though they all know that...
He's got a punchable face.
Even though they all know that there's, like, stand users around, someone will bump into him, he'll be like, hey, watch where you're going, asshole. And then, like, he'll try and fight them. And then they'll have a stand, and then Polnareff either almost dies, or, and then, like, he defeats the villain, or he almost dies and someone comes to help. So
he always needs someone to come help him fight off the villains. He starts a problem, but he can't finish it.
He's a bit of an underdog.
It wasn't until a couple parts later I started to like him.
Why exactly do you like Polnareff more in Part 5 than Part 3?
He's not a spaz in 5. 5, he's matured. He's learned a few things. He's calmed down.
Yeah, after Diavolo, like, almost killed him and also, like, chopped off his legs. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. He took an ass whooping and, got humbled.
Yeah.
JoJo matured a lot faster. I thought it was good watching his maturity over one season. Did not like seeing him naked as a boy either. Did not like the baby Polnareff. No.
Yeah, I did not. Those are probably my 2 least favorite episodes in Part 3, and maybe my least favorite episodes in the whole show. We are not proud of that part. We are not. Which part do you think had, like, the best main cast?
Best main cast overall.
Yeah, like main squad that goes out on the adventures.
I think that would be Part 5.
Really?
Overall, yes.
Like, alright, well, who's your favorite Part 5 member?
I don't really have a singled out favorite Part 5 member.
Alright.
I like the whole ensemble of 5. I believe I'm talking about 5.
Alright.
Let's review me on Part 5. I just want to make sure that's the one in Italy.
Yes.
Part 5 also has my favorite death scene.
Yeah, and what is your favorite death scene?
There's the fat guy and the banana.
The banana gun?
That is so funny. Second best death scene is Part 2.
Caesar getting crushed by the stone?
Getting crushed by the stone.
Yeah, and then he gives his
That one hit pretty hard.
Yeah. I do personally think that Caesar going in there by himself was really dumb. But that's just on him though. He's passionate about his family, I guess, and respect. But still, he's kind of stupid for that one. Part 5, you said that's your... I was honestly surprised. I thought you were going to say Part 3 in the Crusaders.
As an ensemble, everybody together, I think Part 5 had a better collection.
Really? I mean, that's fair. I mean, for me, it's kind of tied between Part 5 and Part 3. I think they both... like, Part 3 has the squad that's like me and the boys on a road trip. That's how it feels.
Yes, it does feel like that.
Yeah, and then Part 5 is just, like, they're all just such well-written characters, and they're all just so cool. And they kind of have that buddy dynamic, too. But yeah.
I think it's the fact that I would have kicked Polnareff out of the group.
In Part 3?
In Part 3.
Wow.
I would be like, dude, you're too much. You gotta go.
I mean, he is... I mean, all I'm saying is he was pretty helpful. He was pretty powerful.
Yeah, he was helpful, powerful, really needed.
But
he just didn't need his attitude.
Yeah.
His personality.
He was kind of douchey at first, and then Abdal's fake death happened. He was like, no, and it's like that was a huge turning point for him. But still, what would you say? Like, which squad would you say has like your least favorite group? Would it be Part 1?
That would be Part 1. It's less memorable.
Right, and that's when the characters weren't as like in depth or as enjoyable. Because who do you really have in Part 1? You have Jonathan, you have William, and you have Speedwagon, and that's it. And they're yeah.
I mean, Part 1 is basically an introduction to JoJo, so I gotta give it a pass.
Right.
Of course, it's one of the things you had to bite the bullet and get through it to watch the rest. I got more invested in the rest of the characters after Part 1. Part 1 is hard to get invested in any of them.
In my opinion, Part 2 and onward is when the show like starts to get pretty good. That's me though.
But Part 1 does have my favorite closeouts. When an episode is over, Roundabout starts playing.
I was just about to ask what your favorite like outro was, and Roundabout, yeah.
Every time, it just gave me good vibes.
Yeah, Part 1 and 2 both had Roundabout, and part of like I like the other songs they used, but part of me kind of wishes that they just kind of kept Roundabout the whole time.
That would have been awesome.
Because the thing is, like, at the end of part 1 and 2 episodes, you would have, like, the song start, and right before the to be continued arrow came in, it'd be like, dun, 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 and
it kicked in. And
yeah, that's when you knew shit was about to go down.
Yes.
It was good. It was awesome. Who would you say your favorite, like in the JoJo fan base, they call them Joe Bros, but it's like favorite like sidekick character of a JoJo. Who would that be? There's quite a lot.
There's quite a lot. Cochrane was a very good one.
But by cockring, he means cockywing.
Yeah.
Just making sure you know.
One that was sad to see him go.
Yeah.
I would rather put Pornograph in that spot.
Dang. Would you rather have had like Cockywing come back in part 5?
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That could have been cool.
I'd like seeing more of Abdul. Part 6 had a couple in it that was interesting.
I think part 6 had some of the best character writing in my opinion. Part 6 you had a bunch of good ones like Hermes, Foo Fighters, Weather Report, Anasui. You had all of them. All of them were really cool.
So, really liked part 6 though. Liked the whole reset.
Yeah, did you like the ending?
Yeah, the ending was pretty good. It was a reset of the whole thing. I liked it.
Yeah. It was I felt like it was like a pretty perfect way to end like the original series.
It worked out. Of course, you know, Jolene. Honey.
I mean, he's not wrong. What would you say the saddest character death is? And that goes for like any of the characters, any of them.
Saddest death.
Right.
I'm gonna say the little fat kid.
Really?
Yeah.
You always made fun of me for finding that death sad.
Yeah, because it's fun. But, you know.
Was it like genuinely sad?
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, I'm gonna protect my mommy and daddy.
Stop.
And no, you're not.
Yeah, like some 12-year-old gets murdered by like Patrick Bateman, pretty much. Yeah, I honestly thought you were gonna say Jotaro.
No.
Really?
No.
But you didn't get sad that your favorite just died?
No, not really, because you know the reset.
True. I mean, he was technically like reborn. Which part would you say had the best ending? Like specifically, like which part at the end felt the best to you? Would it still be part 6?
Part 6 and part 5 both had really good endings.
Really? All right.
I think the most satisfying ending is gonna be 3.
Really?
I felt really satisfied with Dio just getting pummeled.
I thought part 3 was a really great ending. The one thing I wish we got more of and where it feels a little rushed is that we didn't really get to see Jotaro and Joseph reunite with Holly. Holly was just like, I feel better now. They're coming back. And then it like ended. It was like, oh, okay. But that airport scene, seeing Jotaro and Joseph and Polnareff all go their separate ways, that scene is beautiful.
Yeah, that was...
Plus the end of Dio.
The end of Dio.
Which,
like I said, it's most satisfying, I believe. But, you know...
For me, it might be part 6, which is the most satisfying, because it's not just the end of the JoJo story, it's the end of the Joestar curse, you know, and I like how in part 6, it goes from, in part 3 we had Dio versus Jotaro, and now it's Dio's successor versus Jotaro's daughter, which I thought was super cool.
What was part 4, the Archie and Jughead?
Part 4 was the one that you say looks like it has an Archie and Jughead art style.
Yes. That was the one that got a little drawn out.
In my opinion, part 4, all of it is amazing, except when they introduced Kira's dad in the photo, Heartfather, or whatever his stand was called. Once they introduced that, and instead of getting to the end of the part, it's just like another 6 episodes of
photo flying around,
giving random people stands.
Yes.
Like, the thing is, if they cut that whole part out and they just had them finding Kira's old house and then immediately going into the Bites the Dust arc, I think part 4 would be better overall. But man, also yeah, the Bites the Dust arc might be my favorite like arc in all of JoJo. But I'm not gonna get that specific with you. It's okay.
That's fine. Shh. That's fine.
Okay. But yeah, do you have a least favorite villain?
That would be part 4.
Really? Kira?
Well, listen, he really hurt himself when he walked in the bathroom and said, Got room for dear old dad.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
And that
But like he has like the hand.
raised the evil level. But man,
I guess that's fair, but many people say that Kira's like the best written villain in all of JoJo, and you're gonna call him your least favorite?
no, I don't know. I don't really have a least favorite. It's hard when you just enjoy the product overall.
Same. Like it's hard to like Poochie's my favorite villain, but it's hard to pick like who really comes second because everyone else is pretty great too. What part do you think had the best like final battle?
I think Cujo defeating Dio would be the most satisfying.
Probably that is probably the best.
Because over the first part, and then all through part 3, you're growing a hate for Dio
Yeah.
and it's just so satisfying to finally see him brought down.
Yeah. In my opinion, the best like final fight is tied between Dio versus Jotaro and everyone versus Kira in part 4.
Yeah.
I thought that fight was cool, and I also like that in part 4, everyone was pretty much able to get a hit in on Kira. Everyone got a little chance to beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, everybody got their lick in.
Which villain do you think had the best death? Like the best, most gruesome, coolest, or whatever. Which one do you think had the best one? And if you can't remember them all, I could tell you how they died.
Telling you my favorite, I think the best death, and it is a villain, just a minor one, is the banana gun.
Okay, that's fair. But what about main villain though?
Main villain.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna go Cujo over Dio.
that's fair. That's fair. That's cool.
He was just that Dio was that character you just wanted to snatch up and choke and beat the crap out of.
Yeah.
And that's what Cujo got to do.
I also really like seeing Kira get brought down by everyone and then his head be spun all the way around by an ambulance tire. And
pretty cool.
And then like remember Raimi, the ghost girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And her and her dog Arnold like attack him, and then he looks into that one alleyway where all the souls like rip him and his stand like apart. That was also cool. And part 5 had Diavolo basically having his death reset infinitely, so he's experiencing death over and over again forever in different universes.
That is pretty good. I do like that.
Yeah. And then part 6 just had Poochie being killed by Emporio using his brother Weather Report stand disc. And then, universe resets. But if we're just talking about the villain themselves dying and not really what happens after, it's probably part 3, 4, or 5 that I think is the coolest.
So it's hard to separate, especially, like I said, the whole product after part 1.
Yeah, those 9 episodes are a little stinky. Who would your favorite minor antagonist be?
Minor antagonist. It's the gorilla. Love the gorilla. He's got an awesome stand. And listen, you guys, everybody hates on the gorilla. Call him a bad name monkey.
A name we probably can't say on YouTube.
Probably can't say on YouTube.
No.
But, rhymes with grapes. Anyway, you gotta understand, the girl's age and the monkey's age, they're the same age.
It doesn't change the fact that he's doing the grape inning.
Okay. What was he doing the whole time on the boat by himself?
Looking at pornography.
He was looking at pornography.
Of grown women.
So what happens when someone dives into pornography so much? They start seeing life as a porno.
Gooner monkey.
You're a pizza delivery guy. And you've watched a few porns where the pizza delivery guy... Anyway, here's this monkey who spends all of his time out in the middle of the ocean, no contact with real life. All he knows is what happens in porn. He sees a young girl about his age go into the showers.
She's 12 and she doesn't want it.
He sees it as a porno.
Okay, but he's still in the wrong.
This is why porno is bad.
Okay, but he's still in the wrong. The monkey.
Let's look at it from the monkey's point of view. You've seen National Geographics, right?
Yeah.
Watch some of the shows, the animal shows, and the YouTubes.
Oh, so are we basically just saying that monkeys are evil?
No, I'm not saying monkeys are evil. I'm saying there's a different mindset.
I was about to say,
and you can't
Donkey
hate on a
Kong's
monkey
awesome.
because of natural selection.
Okay, but it's said in
nature says monkey's horny.
Okay, but it's said in JoJo that animals with stands are way smarter than animals without stands. So that monkey probably had the thinking. Plus, the narrator narrated over what the monkey was thinking too later on. It was like, so he's intelligent enough. He just obviously can't speak English, but he's intelligent enough to know what's happening. So he knew what he was doing to that girl who was like 12.
I don't know, I really like the stand. It was so awesome to get on a boat, just go to the ocean.
Okay, the stand's cool. I'll give him that.
You don't even have to concentrate very hard to keep your stand out. Your stand just.
That's about it though. I think that's about all I'll agree with him on that. But,
I just can't hate on a monkey with a monkey's brain.
Goodbye, subscribers. Goodbye, Hope. Goodbye, everyone. Well, who's a character that you like? Wish appeared later, like in a later part? Like, who's a character you wish they brought back for another part? Since they did that a lot. It has to be a character who like lived too.
I can't think of any of them.
Really?
No.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, they're all set in different places. I mean, we saw Cujo, running around doing his thing.
Yeah.
Answering the phone. Made a good secretary.
If there's,
it was bad enough it kept bringing Joseph back.
They brought him back. He was in part 2, part 3, and part 4.
Yeah, that was elder abuse.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Jotaro was in 3 parts for a good bit, and he had a cameo in part 5.
What they did to Joseph was elder abuse. Making that old man go out and work. When you get old, your hormones don't work that well. I promise you.
He also found the invisible baby, which is cool, and he bonded with his son.
Was it an invisible baby, or was he having dementia?
Well, Josuke saw the invisible baby too, but I don't know. Maybe dementia's like hereditary, so maybe his son got dementia as well. I don't know.
Maybe he was just placating you. Like, oh yeah, we see the invisible baby. Yeah.
Who was your favorite character and least favorite character from each main squad from each part?
Each main part. So that means I can leave out part 1.
Well, part 1, you gotta choose who's your favorite of the 3 and who's your least favorite. So you got, for part 1, you got Jonathan, William, and Speedwagon.
Speedwagon's dressed the best.
Fair.
Yeah.
He was dressed pretty well. He did kind of just become like the second narrator though.
Yeah, but he started the foundation too.
True, and now like the Joestars are set for life. Yes. Well, actually, Jonathan already had big money as a kid, but now they got like double the money.
Yeah, so you had the Joestar and you had Speedwagon, but the other guy was
William.
Yeah, kind of mundane, I guess.
Found him the most boring. All right, that's fair. What about for part 2? Because part 2 we had Joseph, Caesar, Lisa, and I guess if you want to include Smokey and Old Speedwagon, you can. And Stroheim. Stroheim was also kind of there.
Stroheim, was that the Nazi?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Lisa was hot.
Okay.
A little bit of eye candy.
She was like 50, but she looked 21.
Yeah.
She made it work.
Yeah, she's doing it right. But as for favorites, it's such a good ensemble. Like, everybody's even.
Everyone's pretty cool in that part. I still think the number one best would probably have to be Joseph, but picking least favorite, that would be hard.
Yeah, and they all. Part 3 is easy. Favorite and least favorite.
Yeah.
Cujo and Porno Ref's least favorite.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes they just need to be slapped. I wish Cujo would have just reached over and slapped him a few times.
But like with his hand or Star Platinum's hand?
Neither one. I've been fine with it.
Oh no! I love it. Funny.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. Favorite and least favorite in part 4? I can tell you all their names again if you don't remember, because they're all like Japanese names.
There's a lot of names.
Yeah, that one might have the biggest like cast, because it's like a bunch of people in a small town. So we got Josuke, Okuyasu, Koichi. I mean, I'm not going to include JoJo because he was in the last part, I guess. Unless you want to. We got Rohan. We got Yukiko, which is that crazy lady who wanted to be Koichi's girlfriend, and then she became Koichi's girlfriend. And then we got Shigechi, which is the fat kid.
The fat kid. I hated that kid. So annoying.
He was a little douchebag, but like it made his death like kind of sad in a way. It helped make it sad. Which, because I remember you saying that you didn't like Josuke as much because he was kind of douchey.
Yeah, Josuke's douchey.
Do you like him though, or is he like one of your...
Yeah, he's a good character though. One character I'd really like to see expanded on was the one who killed Abdul, Niggy.
Really? Vanilla Ice?
I would like to see more expansion because I want to know what happens to people.
Oh, like when they get sucked up by cream?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell them your idea about Avdol, because, you know.
Okay, so my thought is, when you get sucked into the portal, nobody knows where you go or what happens to you. What if you go into like a nether realm, like a veil, where the stands go to die? And that's where the spirit of the stands are. And when Abdul got sucked in there, well, it sucked in his stand and Abdul. Now Abdul's trying to find his way out.
Right. And then like, I'm pretty sure...
Spinoff.
It could be like a cool little spin-off. Plus, I'm pretty sure we gave like each other ideas, like all of the stands of like characters that died or maybe just died gruesomely. Because like eventually everyone's gonna die, so all the stands would be there. But like, I don't know. I didn't think about it too hard, but I was just like, oh, it'd be cool if we saw Killer Queen there from part 4 after he died. But it's like, okay, Jotaro dies too, so would Star Platinum be there? But that's just thinking about it too much. That's just an idea I didn't think about a lot. But maybe it would be all the characters with stands who died up to that point, plus some new stands of characters we haven't seen before.
Yes.
Like he had the idea that what if in the background we see like the boat from the monkey like in the ocean
That
or
would be
something
cool.
like that. Yeah. So I think it's a cool idea. It could have like a little short story. Maybe he doesn't ever escape.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he comes close and just doesn't make it. But it'd be a good idea to have him trying to fight off stands and fight his way out of the nether realm. Yeah, and finally get to the end and just not make it. Abdul was a good character. Really liked him.
Also, Avdol defeated both Jotaro and Polnareff.
Didn't like the magnet part with Abdul.
Why? Him and Joseph had gay sex. Him and Joseph had gay
They
sex.
dry humped.
Close enough. That's the best I'm going to get without drawing it myself.
Awkward moment. Awkward.
And it's not awkward. But yeah.
Drawn out.
I still thought those episodes were funny. Something I do think would have been cool though is, what if Polnareff and Joseph like switch places? Because the baby Polnareff episodes take place at the same time.
So you're trying to see Joseph naked?
No. What I'm saying is, let me tell you, because Joseph's really old, and if Alessi hits him with his stand, he has a lot more years on him, so he could go back to how he looked in part 2. They have like a little part 2 reference. That'd be cool.
That would have been pretty cool. I really like the NetherRealm idea.
Yeah,
Dio would be there.
The stand Ghost World.
Okay, well,
okay.
Not Dio.
Well, it could take place like his stand, the world.
The world would be there.
Like maybe Avdol wakes up like in that world after Dio's defeat, and so he sees the world and he gets scared for a sec, but then he realizes the world isn't going to hurt him because he doesn't have a user anymore.
Yes, because without the users, there's no aggression.
They're just kind of chilling for the most part. I think there's a few stands that like have that. Like, do you remember part 5 with Fugo and Purple Haze? Like, he only used the stand for one fight because it was hard to control and he could accidentally kill everyone. You had to be very careful.
And that is another aspect of it. As the stands are in this nether realm longer, they go mad.
Okay.
Yeah, madness takes over.
That could be interesting. Okay, I see that.
Yeah. I think who knows? Maybe the right person sees this video and is like, oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah. There's a lot of like there's a lot of, like, you know, fan-made JoJo spinoffs, some which are, like, endorsed by Araki, so I don't know. I don't think Araki will see this video, but if he does, please. Yeah.
I did enjoy the world building.
Of, like, all the parts.
Yeah, of all the parts went through, they had, like, pretty good world building.
Yeah.
Even though it's going from place to place to place,
Part of it just feels real. Like, I don't know how to describe it.
like that.
Yeah. Which part do you think had the best, like, stand ideas?
Best stand ideas.
Yeah, so that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's you can't do that because you have like 4 or 5 awesome stands in one part, you know, with a couple of blah.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess that's true. In my opinion, I feel like part 3 is the weakest ones, like, in terms of creativity, because a lot of them are just, like, I don't like when they get too complex, but...
Technically, one's got the worst stands.
Doesn't have any stands.
There you go.
Or part 2. Although Joseph did technically have part 2. Joseph did technically have Hermit Purple, but it wasn't awakened yet. So it technically has 1 stand in that part, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, but still, like, all the ones, like, actually with stands, I feel like part 3 had them really... They were a lot simpler, like this one punches, this one has a sword, which they were still cool,
By
but
the way,
I thought they got more creative. Yeah, what?
Joseph's stand is called Purple Herpes.
Hermit?
Say
He always called it Purple Herpes instead of Hermit Purple, and that's just so actually awesome and funny.
no. You saw the weird growth on his body.
Okay, maybe you got a point. It starts growing like those purple vines, like, and you get that checked out by like a doctor stand.
He let his hormones control him. Ended up with purple herpes.
He kind of did. He cheated on his wife, and that's how we got Josuke.
Purple herpes.
It's the stand's fault. Yeah. Which villain do you think had like the coolest stand?
Villain with the coolest stand. Well, Dio just kept leveling up.
Right. The world kept like gaining more seconds to his time slot.
He goes from vampire to, you know, he just keeps building.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I could probably cheat and say Poochie since he ended up getting 3 stands.
Yes.
But that feels like it's... So, yeah, Poochie's got 3 stands, but, like, only one of them I find, like, really cool, and that's Made in Heaven. The other 2 are pretty cool, I guess. So, I mean, I guess if we're not including Poochie, I might have to go with King Crimson, if you remember that one.
Explain King Crimson.
Because, do you remember how it works or not?
No, you got to explain.
Okay, that's the one that everyone gets confused about, by the way. The villains and all the parts, except for one, are, like, kind of tied, in my opinion. You know? But yeah. Like, I've been trying to say, oh, what's my favorite part and what's my least favorite? But I've come to the conclusion that like, all of the parts have their ups and downs, and they're all pretty much just as good. Except part 1. I can easily say that's my least favorite. But the rest are pretty much tied. It's, like, really hard to pick.
Yeah, you keep finding all the good and all the bad, but they all balance out, and they're all there. They're all really good. It's a really good series altogether.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like the series. I don't have any more questions. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, I think we're good. We covered a lot.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing this hot takes video, interview video, whatever, for my 1,000 subscriber special. It was really fun.
Hey, I hope you guys enjoy it. This is a guy who does not watch a whole lot of manga or anime.
Yeah, manga is like a book.
Or manga. Or read it. Whatever.
Some people say manga, but still.
Manga, mangoes, tangos.
Yeah, like, the thing is, he does not like a lot of that stuff, and, I mean...
And I enjoyed JoJo.
Yeah, I thought this one would be one he would kind of enjoy, and after part 1, he did. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you understand his opinions. I hope you guys don't hate him. It's okay if he doesn't like Polnareff that much. But, I hope you all...
Van Damme. Seriously, you will see the picture. Van Damme.
Yeah.
100%. It's Van Damme.
But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a good one. I got some more stuff cooking up for you all. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day. When part 7 comes out, we're saddling up on our horses. Well, when all the episodes are out, but yeah.
Give us a year, we'll find something else to talk about.
Maybe. Probably. I don't know.
I'll make him do it.
He'll make me do it, because I made him do this and watch JoJo. Okay, have a good day.